11 words left.
Are you going to use those 11 words?
Well,
Or
I
are you
can't.
just stopping with this?
I'm not good with words, so I'm trying to think of what would be a
Okay,
good filler.
there was just a long silence gap, and I wanted to make sure I wasn't just...
Sorry, what did you... I couldn't...
Test. Is this thing on?
Am I a robot?
I don't...
No.
Am I?
I don't know. Click here if you are not a robot.
Oops. I was trying to find... Here we go. So what if we add... assistance, support, suggestions?
Yeah.
That's 8 more words. Will proceed with caution and await word.
So should we change out caution with extreme, and then force? We'll proceed with extreme force.
I mean, gosh.
Okay.
All right, how's that sound?
Good enough that we add the I'm spaghettiing and then the rest of it.
You can add I'm or spaghettiing. Can't add both. You're at 24 words.
Oh no.
What if we add the word Fandolin at the start so they know for sure where we're talking about? All right, that's 25. Let's send it off.
Okay. Boop, 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 doop, boo. And it's been sent away.
Oh no, he's beeping and booping. He is a robot.
Oh my god. It was a robot all along.
Now we'll have to wait 4 to 6 business weeks for a response back.
Does sending
It automatically gives them a 25-word response.
automatically gives you guys a 25-word response?
Well, the person you send it to can send back up to 25 words.
Okay, and who specifically did you send it to?
I think the plan was Omen Dran.
Okay. Let me count out some words.
I don't trust Jim Dark Magic to respond appropriately / remember that he received this message until maybe we're already dead.
That'll be the 4 to 6 business weeks.
That'll be the start of the next campaign. Jim Dark Magic being like, "Oh yeah, whatever happened to those guys in Fandolin?" And it's us like desperately sending him messages as we all get slaughtered. And on some level, this doesn't this fulfill our original imperative, which was to find out what happened to them?
Yes.
I mean, obviously, we're getting up to a bunch of other shenanigans at this point, but
So I think we should set like a trap for the people now and slaughter them all at once.
What?
You can't have competition if they're all dead. There must be only one.
I mean, I'm just remembering. First, we're level 2. Second,
So
somehow they killed all the people who came here before us and blew up their house.
yeah, well you can't survive if you're falling off a cliff somehow. We'll have to find a mountain. There we go. We'll have to find a mountain and then cause an avalanche on top of them, and then and then we can just move the rocks around and take what we want, or just leave them.
I was looking back at our session notes, and I forgot that session 5 just says leveled up bees. It really took me a minute to remember what that was referring to.
You know, maybe like instead of like leaving the bodies, we'll do like they did in the Clone Wars. They'll put their helmets on a stick.
There you go.
You know what? I'll do one better. We'll hang the corpses in trees
But we're on a mountain.
and like nail them up there like they did in Well, we're gonna make a tree out of corpses then. I'll
That's
show 'em.
Metal Persia. That's even worse.
Yes. No, it's not. Okay, if they have children, the babies go up there too. I'm gonna use my leatherworking skills and I'm gonna sew them all together to make one ginormous human body.
Human Centipede Part 3.
Well, I don't know what to say to that. Anybody else?
I don't think anybody does.
I keep accidentally not unmuting myself. We also found the orc slash half orc woman who was the major domo of the Golden Mongoose, and she's recuperating at the shrine. That was part of why we were here. So presumably she'll have an update for us.
How many words have I got? 1, 2, 3,
Oops.
6, 8, 20. All right, 23 words. That seems good enough to me. This is how he responds.
This is how he responds.
I'm thinking about going to get a.
Well, hopefully that will amount to something helpful.
What did you say? I'm sorry.
I said, hopefully that will amount to something helpful.
So
So, how do you want to proceed?
Okay. How much? How much longer do we think it'll be until Gilda is ready to talk to us?
Um, I would say I'm trying to remember everything. Um, I would say she would be conscious the next day. How how conscious is a matter of debate. Um, but depending on how much information you're wanting to get from her, uh,
I'm gonna leave front door open. And cut my bedroom light on.
uh, yeah,
Sure you're not in it?
um, yeah. If like if you're trying to rush and whatnot, she could probably be conscious for a short conversation before drifting off again. But she's pretty injured. If you're wanting to have like full conversations, or for her to take over her duty, her old duties or anything, that'll be a while.
Oh yeah. No, we're definitely not at that point. Maybe we
I
just.
think we probably have enough time to either like get some rest or let's go back up to the manor.
Well, yeah, we've got several things to follow up on. Do we just want to ask her like? I mean, if she's gonna be like the killer was, and tell us who did it specifically, let's see if she can do that, and then do the other stuff.
Sounds good.
Sounds like a plan.
Okay. Scrolling.
Keep that campaign scrolling. Scroll out. Level up.
Pull out.
Level up.
Here she is. Okay. So what would you guys go to sleep? You can benefit from a long rest, assuming you sleep in town. Um, or don't forget, you also have a dire wolf chained up
Well,
in the
I
back of
think
a wagon.
if we're killing some time, we had some jackal remains to butcher. So to separate out like usable bits, I know George has leatherworking proficiency, and see if we can't break it up both into snacks for the direwolf and also maybe some usable materials that we can sell or do something with later.
Okay.
Yeah, like, I think I was gonna skin them, and then that would be one thing done.
Okay. Yeah. Do roll a leatherworking ch- roll.
Can I help him and guide him?
Uh, do you have proficiency in nature or survival or anything?
I have. Oh, I don't have survival. I have medicine, alchemist, and herbalist.
I don't know if any of those would help.
if he's tanning leather, the alchemist kit would be very helpful.
Okay. Yep, you can help and guide.
Would this be like a dexterity thing?
Yeah, probably Dex because that's what sleight of hand and stuff would be used.
Didn't we dump your deck stat? Oh,
Doesn't
jeez.
matter.
Then that wasn't. Go ahead and roll the 1d4 just to throw that over top.
And also, you can roll again because Colby was helping, so you have advantage. You can always roll a 20. Nope.
I rolled less.
All
So a
right.
23. Yeah, you get plenty of meat for your dire wolf. But it is jackal, and I'm not entirely sure that's fit for human consumption. I mean, you can eat it, but it's not going to be good.
Oh no, I definitely was thinking that this was direwolf food.
And then yeah, you have some pelts, some skins. My understanding is making actual leather takes a bit longer than just skinning it. But you could take it to a leather shop or use it in your downtime to create leather, which would probably sell for a bit more than just the pelts.
Oh, we have nowhere near proper supplies to make leather. Like leather
Yeah.
is like we and I have written down that we killed 4 jackals, so we get 4 jackal pelts.
I have 7 listed.
Oh, never mind. I have 6. I thought one ran away.
Yeah, you killed a bunch of jackals, but I don't. We rolled a check to see how many you could harvest, and I'm not sure what that number was.
Because I have written down that we killed 6 of them.
Let's see. I have seven jackal corpses listed at the end of session 10.
I'm really bad at keeping track of who killed who too. Or am I? Now I have 7 jackal corpses written down of who killed what. I fudged the numbers. If I get caught, I'm probably going to be killed. But for now, it'll be fine.
Not killed, but maybe fired.
Look, they're not going to care about jackals.
So yeah, you've got some pelts. You could sell them for cheap, or you can hold on to them and potentially do some leather working in your downtime, because you will be doing downtime in this campaign. Just not quite yet. And I'll be sending you guys links to the downtime activities you can do, and you can also, if there's something specific that you'll want to do, you can also tell me, and we can make it work probably.
Yeah. So I think that also goes with our other direwolf pelt that we have. I have that written down.
Okay.
Yep, I've got 2 pelts, 8 fangs, and 10 claws listed.
And with that, will you rest for the evening?
Sounds good to me.
Okay. With that, you guys trying to wake up early and go over there, or what's the plan for the next day?
Yeah, I feel like finding out who might try to assassinate us is pretty high priority.
All right. Um, you guys wake up in the morning and make your way back over to Sister Gabrielle's home, where you find that Gilda is drifting in and out of consciousness. She is stable, but still very, very badly injured. Gabrielle lets you know that she's on the mend and needs a rest, but if it's that important, you can talk to her for a few minutes.
All right. So, is she already like awake?
Yeah.
Okay. So, Gilda, we understand that you were a hireling for the Order of the Golden Mongoose, correct?
Yes, I was their major domo.
We've been sent by AC Inc. to figure out what's happened here. We pulled you from the rubble that was left up at the manor. Can you tell us anything about what happened?
Where'd it go? We were attacked at night. I couldn't see who it was. They were everywhere. I saw one. Does she say the name? She knows the person's name. She would know who her boss is. What is the person's name?
Olin G. Mongoose.
No, it's does it say at the bottom?
Bob Phantom.
There we go. There's the name. Of course, I had to scroll all the way to the bottom of the page to find it. Yeah, so she tells you they were attacked at night. There were so many of them, and they were everywhere. But she saw her boss and friend, Kalanatha, escape. She teleported away, and she has a look in her eye as if she's trying to be frantic, but her body is too weak to actually be frantic. But she pats on her clothes and sort of gives a sigh of relief as she reaches into a pocket and pulls out a timepiece. It looks kind of like a clock. And she says she teleported away using this. I don't know why it didn't go with her, but when I saw it drop, I went to pick it up, and that's when a wall collapsed and fell on me and buried me.
Do you know what the item was that the Golden Mongoose had found recently?
It was this.
So they weren't able to recover it because you were under the rubble.
Yeah.
We found a mark of another adventuring company scrawled on the wall after the attack. Did you see anything that would suggest that was what happened?
No, like I said, I couldn't tell who was attacked, who was night. We weren't prepared. It came out of nowhere, and Um, I think they were looking for this specifically, but um, they may. Let's see. Yeah, we. Yeah, she thinks they were looking for this specifically. They weren't. They weren't exactly look. You know, stopping and questioning anyone. Um, she will also tell you that they found this timepiece in the uh, cellar in the basement of the Tressendar Manor. Um,
Was there anything else down there?
we hadn't really gotten to explore most of it. We just recently discovered that there were hidden passages more than what we expected.
Can you all think of any other questions to ask?
No, not really.
Well, we'd definitely like to talk to you more when you're feeling better. Sister Gariel is helping to take care of you, and we'll offer what aid we can as well. But for now, you focus on recuperating, and we'll try and figure out what happened to your friend and what's happening here in town.
And with that, she'll say thank you and close her eyes and sort of drift off again. But outside of that, are you wanting to let her put the timepiece back into her pocket, or are you wanting to try and take that magic item with you?
Oh, yeah. Whoops. I had it in my head that she handed it to us. I don't know why. Yes, I would definitely ask to hold on to it for now because I feel like it'll make her a target to have it here.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd rather put the target on our backs than her back. She's kind of sleepy and woozy, while we're kind of just chaotically weird.
Okay.
And we've already reached out for assistance from Akink, so hopefully we'll have some kind of assistance to deal with this.
Yeah, they have a couple agents in the field around here. Like there's a Sir Bernard.
Yeah. That whole army of goblins.
All right. So you've got the timepiece. What are you going to do?
First thing I would want to do is cast Identify on the timepiece.
All right. Is there magic items? I can't.
I'm sure it also
Nope.
teleports, but I'm sure it teleports, but also like summons a demon or something. Banishes us to hell. It only teleports you to places that are more dangerous than the place you already are.
Okay, so this is the artwork for the. And I want to make sure you guys can. Yeah, hopefully this works. So this is the orrery that you guys have already had with you. That now then, can I find? Really, they're not going to give me any artwork for it. I hate things. Sorry,
You guys,
guys.
let's have some fun. Let's start using the orrery until it spawns the Desolate in the middle of Phandalin and see what happens.
I mean, that's one way to TPK out the campaign.
Well, let's gather everybody around. It's like, hey, look at this really cool thing. And if we have enough people around, then maybe we can run away before it gets us.
Okay, so they're not giving me any artwork, and I can't find any good ones on short notice. So just suffice it to say that it looks kind of like a clock,
We'll have to use our imaginations.
like a
Like we're
pocket
playing
watch.
some kind of imagination game.
Yeah.
Paint
I
a
can't
picture
do it.
with words.
So it looks like a golden magical watch. What does
Yep.
Identify tell us?
And how much does Identify tell you?
Everything.
Everything.
Everything I want to know.
Learn its properties and how to use them, whether it requires attunement, and how many charges it has. Any spells that are affecting the item and what they are. If the item was created by a spell, you learn what spell created it.
Okay. I'm making sure there's no story stuff in here.
I grab a drink while you look this up.
Okay. So it doesn't look like there's any story stuff. So here's everything, guys. You're welcome.
Piece of crap.
Oh, right. Okay, so I guess the part of a whole thing that caught them. Oh, so we can't spread this out. This goes into the orrery.
No, you can spread it out,
Well,
but if
but
you
stuff
do,
might happen.
stuff might happen.
But that also kind of makes this useless too, because this also means that just about everything on here can summon the Death Slot.
Wait, if you make the orrery whole, though, wouldn't that... Does it negate the negative thing? Or...
Over time, I would think so.
But we're not remotely close to that.
Oh, okay. It still has
So-
more pieces.
Yeah, there are how many slots did I say it had?
65.
Not quite that many.
Oh.
Oh goodness. Let me see if I can figure out. If I go.
So while he's looking at this, My thought is it makes more sense to keep this separate for now and give it to Virhis because Errant and George, neither of us use dexterity really because of the heavy armor. And if we give it to Noble 6 and combine it with the Orrery, we lose all of the stuff that it does except for the passive bonuses.
So counting, so you've got the orrery, and then there, which is the main part that you've already had, and then there are 6 parts that go into it. Looks like there are spots for 6 different pieces before it will become whole. So a total of 7 items.
But by the time we fix this, we're going to be able to kill a death slide. AKA, it's going to be long after this campaign is over.
Right.
I don't see us finding 7 MacGuffins in 5 levels.
You might be surprised.
That's true. But I still think it makes more sense for Virhis for now.
Yeah, you've already got 2, and you're just level 2. But yeah, that is the time.
1 per level.
Travel. So now what? You've got town council and mayoral stuff you can get involved in. You've got some footprints and missing sheep to look for. You've got a basement where you could potentially explore and see what's there. Got a couple different options to go with.
If we go check out the basement, it might give us some space to start using as a base. I mean, and there might be other crazy magical stuff down there, but we're eventually going to need somewhere to more permanently keep our direwolf.
Anybody else? Okay. It is to the back up to Tressendor Manor you go. Any other stops around town before you make it up there?
No, not really.
Okay.
Oh, I do have a question,
Yep.
and this could have been something I did before. I have it written down that the Jackalware had a magic satchel. Was it magic or was it just a bag?
It was just a bag.
Okay.
I think you thought it was magical because it,
It stayed with them when they shifted.
yeah. But, I mean, it didn't mention that the bag was magical. So I think it was just for ease of story writing, perhaps. I mean, we can call it a magical bag that automatically adjusts to fit its wearer. I don't think that'll be game breaking by any means, but it can't hold anything extra.
Magical adjusting bag. It has been updated. All right.
Okay. Everybody roll me some investigation checks. Yeah, investigation.
Initiative. We're fighting.
Nope, just trying to determine how long it takes you guys to find the basement amidst all the rubble and wreckage.
Shit.
This is a lot of pressure, guys.
Hey, you never roll.
That is what we found. Is we found poop.
I'm gonna ask Horizon for help. Hey,
All right.
a flash of divine insight lights the way.
You just happen to remember that to question Gilda again before you come up, saying, "Hey, exactly where was that entrance?" and she'll tell you.
Dude, somewhere over here in the woods, next to the mountain.
So yeah, you guys. Let me see. Make sure I've got you guys on.
It does reassure me a little that even official Wizards content just like reuses entire towns and cast of characters.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, it's supposed to be the same universe, right?
Well, but not entirely though, because didn't we sort of establish that like this is like alternate continuity?
This is true. Yeah. I guess yeah. The people could have been different, but yeah, the town could have been slightly different from an alternate universe. We could do our own Into the Multiverse spin-off with all our different characters.
Okay, so I'm going to move you guys to a map, which some of you may be familiar with.
Ah, yes, the black void of darkness.
Well, you don't have dark vision. You can light a torch or
You can
something.
light up. Get lit, my dude.
But
You got this, homie.
Yep, there we
so
go.
the door at the bottom of the stairs opens atop of set of double stairs that descend north and south, about 10 feet into the cellar. At the west end of the room is a cistern full of clear water that bubbles lazily. A door on the cellar's west wall is ajar. The ceilings are about 10 feet high or so, and it just looks, for those of you who can see, it looks like a damp, dark, musty cellar. You can see a bunch of footprints and stuff that have been, for those of you who can see in the dark, of course, looks like a lot of people have been through here. You see mud and stuff all over the floor.
All right.
Oh no. Well, in that case, let's go forward.
Can we?
Do we shout hello or?
Let's see. I think I grabbed a 10-foot stick specifically for these purposes. If I didn't,
Right. Look for traps.
I have a Dungeoneer's pack. I bet there's a 10-foot pole in there. There is not, which is strange.
I feel like carrying around a 10-foot pole would be cumbersome.
I mean, I think there's a collapsible version, which I guess will be on my list of things to get. So I guess we who would be our ideal checking for traps person? Probably
Oh, that'd be
Veer
me.
Heath.
I have a javelin.
That's true. Well, do you have that thing yet where you have advantage on dexterity saves?
No. I don't think so.
Oh, sorry. I thought that was Noble 6.
I'm not too sure.
I think it's called Danger Sense.
But you know what? Good news is there's money footprints, so I'm just gonna kind of follow them, and wherever they kind of lead off to nothingness, probably means there's a trap there.
Noble 6 does have it, and it specifically applies to traps.
Number 6, you're going first.
I will
I now
go
change everything.
first.
So you can
If you
poke
die,
with your
it's
javelin.
fine.
I will. I am poking. Poking. Poking.
You just fell down the stairs, by the way.
It's fine. There's
He jumped off of the.
I'm a.
Yeah, but for a door, that must be a really long fall.
Man, they're sturdy.
All right. I poked the water.
Nothing
You mean
happened.
get in the water?
Was that?
All right.
What'd you say
poked-
about the water?
I poked it with the javelin.
No, for whatever reason, I thought somebody said they're going to jump in the water.
Well, that was Hayden. He said something about jumping.
No, I might have. I was thinking about it.
You should put some of that water in the jar.
Poke.
About to put some water on you, make you all wet.
What just happened?
What?
What is George talking about?
George is feeling sassy this evening.
Were you able to go through that door?
Yeah, I feel like I'm not attached to the grid, or the grid is.
Well, whenever they try to do two things at once, because I do that with that light ball, I think it's awful weird.
There's
Guys.
Hold on. Sorry.
so you're
Look
supposed to
at
put that
this.
jar.
Oops.
Oh,
Is there a
no.
door? Is there a door I don't know about?
No,
I'm just
I
like
think
stepping
they're standing
through
at
a
a door.
barrier, and then now I got stuck on the other side of the wall.
Oh, same. Thank you.
Okay. Now people shouldn't be able to go through stuff without opening it.
This isn't the first time I've been able to go through walls. Just campaign.
It's because there's a setting that has to be enabled, and when I set up the maps on my own, I remember to do them. But when for some reason, they don't automatically enable it when the maps are preset, so I have to remember to do it.
Well, guys.
Okay, well,
So yeah, if you're basically going around poking things with a stick, you don't find any traps in the tiles in this room.
I'm still curious about this water.
They're in the ceiling, guys. Get on the ground.
poke the ceiling.
They's in the attic! Get on the ground! Hide! Anyways. Back to the water. This water's kind of sus.
Do I notice anything like different? That could be like a secret handle or a secret. Do I know anything rocks out of place on the wall?
Well, why don't you guys roll perception checks?
And
I wanna
didn't you
proceed with-
specify that the door is partially open?
Yeah, one of them is.
There's more than
I
one
am
door.
working on that now.
Yeah, I want a perception check for this water. It's kind of sus. That's mine. Perception check.
How are you trying to perceive it?
I'm gonna put my
Yeah.
hand in it.
There's an
Put my, I'm gonna put a finger in there and swirl it around and see what happens.
sorry. This door here is ajar. So
So we put water from the cistern in the jar, and it opens
Yes.
the door.
No, that is not what I meant for
We
that.
need exactly 10 gallons of water.
Can I just push the door open the
Sure.
rest
Trap.
of the way?
Yep.
All right, so that's what I do.
Push the door.
I push the door.
Okay.
Door is open, and stacks of crates and casks line the walls of this storeroom.
Oh, so I'm like an air balloon chat. Like,
You can.
um,
So hold on. What were you rolling perception for, Colby?
Oh, I was also going to check out the water, sort of over George's shoulder.
Okay. Let's do that first, and then we'll go to the other room. So that was a 16. So yeah, upon further inspection, the water does appear to be a little polluted. Maybe not as clear as you thought it was when first coming into the basement. But that's it.
Well, that's stupid. I'm gonna go bust some crates and get my anger out.
So
Warm
still
water.
still check for traps. I yell as they run into the room.
Start smashing
um,
boxes.
I'm too short. The arrows just shoot over my head.
Spike trap.
What are you doing?
I'm going to open this box. I want to know what's
I'm
in it.
partially looking like I am poking the boxes with a stick right now.
Okay.
And one of them's a mimic.
Take what?
Make investigation checks.
Investigate these boxes.
He's looking for traps. I'm looking for cool things to find. I got an 18.
Okay.
One of us gonna get loot. I mean, they're dead. They're not gonna need it.
Oops, all mimics. You
Won't
all
be the
played
first
that. You all played that dungeon before.
Yeah, I played it the smart way.
Weren't you the one who got eaten by the mimic that was like the
Yes.
whole room? Yes.
Yes.
All I remember is
All right.
it wasn't supposed to be there, and you decided to make it there.
I will need both of you to make dexterity saving throws.
Noble 6 would have advantage because of his danger
Yep.
sense.
But wouldn't it just be normal because of that curse?
Yeah.
I got a 0.
Critical.
Solid.
18.
Okay. Oddly enough, Noble 6, you pass, but George, you fail. So
Sounds about right.
while poking around in these boxes, George, even in his haste, is being very careful. Whereas Noble 6 is poking things with a stick, and one of them falls over, and it is a crate containing, well, you don't know how much, but it was containing alchemist fire. And now the entire room is on fire, and all the crates are burning, and I will need, or Noble 6 saw it happen, but George was distracted. So George, you need to roll a d4 of damage. You take 3 damage. And for every turn you guys stay in this room, you will take another d4. No saving throws.
That's all I need to know.
Yep.
I have water right
I
here.
closed
but-
the door.
Believe it or not, I have a bucket. I'm just going to
Let's
start
say-
throwing. Oh, it's alchemist fire, though.
I was going to say, does Alchemist Fire get put
No,
out by
I
water?
don't throw that on it then.
Okay.
Let's see. It would have to be. I don't know how you put out alchemist fire. I have
You probably
alchemist
suck-
supplies, though. I think I would, and I'm proficient. I think I would know this.
If we close the door and seal off the edges, then maybe it would suffocate because it won't have air.
I
But
look
it's a
at
big room, so it would take forever.
I look at George really aggressively and go, "There could be loot in there."
So we snuff out the flames. Then if they suffocate the flames,
I'm
then they
already
stop
mixing.
burning.
As I'm mixing up something to try and put this alchemist fire out, I'm explaining why this door is clearly not airtight.
So while he's doing that, I'm gonna get some dinner. It's BLT, so I'm really hungry.
Oh.
I mean,
Okay.
if Hayden has leather working stuff, he can possibly make the door pretty well airtight to smother out the fire. Because you can make a seal of leather around the door.
Hmm.
Virheist, do you
What's the-
have alchemy proficiency?
I do not. At least not that I saw.
Do you have an alchemy jug, maybe, as one of your magic item infusions right now?
So what happens if you just throw water on the fire?
It will spread.
It's like like a grease fire or
Napalm.
Gotcha.
one of those chemical things like my
Gotcha.
dad uses. That
So where's the other door at? 'Cause I basically don't see it.
The other
Listen.
doors.
You said
Yeah,
there's
you said
another door.
Yeah.
Is this the door? No, that's where we came down at.
Roll a couple perception checks, looking because the other perception check was specifically for the water. So roll some investigation and/or perception checks.
Can I try and put the fire out?
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, we are also hoping to take ownership of this building.
True.
Take whichever one you want.
Hey, not bad. 19.
All right. Yeah. You are with a 19. You are able to put out the fires, but I need to switch this. There we go. Now I can move the door again. You're able to put out the fires, but even in the short amount of time that it took you to make that, most of the room appears to have been just like the crates and things appear to have been destroyed. The walls are made of stone and just seem to have scorch marks on them. No permanent damage to the foundation of the building or anything.
Are there any items in the rubble that can be found?
No, nothing that would have.
Nothing that would have survived the fire.
Yeah. Maybe some nails if you have any use of some nails.
Well, I'm gonna walk away and pretend I didn't do it. I don't want to talk about it.
So
We didn't just burn a room.
with that, nat 20 for perception, you find. Well, I say you find. You notice that there seem to be two different passages. Looks like there is something over here and also something down here, where you could potentially open them up and proceed further into the basement.
I'll choose this one.
Where was the first one?
Here
By me.
We're
and here.
noble sixes, yeah.
Boop, 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 boop.
Upper right, lower left.
So I open it up.
We're going with this one.
Or do you guys want this one or this one?
I mean, I
We
would
can
assume
do
that
the-
we're going to check all these eventually.
Yeah. We can do the upper right one, I guess.
Okay. And you kick open the door.
No, I,
Carefully open the door.
That's not what he said.
We check for traps with our stick.
Okay.
He's trap checking again. He's the better trap checker so far.
So you open the door, and is this the right one? Yeah. Okay. Open the door, and defaced murals and metal etchings, probably once quite beautiful, adorn the hallway. An open pit divides the passage's eastern and western ends. Hanging from nooses above the pit are two humanoid figures, each clothed in white with a purple hood pulled over its head.
Nice.
it's a good thing the golden monkeys are gone. Gosh, that's horrible.
So, defaced murals, two white-robed humanoids who appear to have been hung.
Yep.
Huh.
White robes, purple hoods.
Did they seem racist?
Maybe they were just decorating.
I think I'm going to prepare a sacred flame, specifically if any of these guys move.
That's true. We might have zombies to deal with.
Noble Six,
This
can you
represents- yeah.
just gently prod one of them with the butt of your spear?
No, absolutely not.
Poke a dead body. That's what you always do when you find a dead
I
body.
would rather throw a spear at it
There you go.
than poke it. And there's a giant pit. So do I see any like tripwires like in front of the giant pit?
You can make an investigation check or a perception check.
You know what? I'll make a different check. I take my spear and I smack it really hard in front of the pit to see if I feel anything.
Nope, you don't feel anything.
There's no tripwires. Unless it cut my spear, but I doubt it. Alright. So I build the courage, I reach up, and I poke the bodies. Or are they on the other side of the pit?
They're kind of hanging in the middle. But you poke it. Make. What kind of check do I want to do?
It's a very deep pit.
What's that?
I'll say just from this angle, that pit looks very deep.
The pit is 20 feet deep. So pretty deep.
Yeah.
But, all right, make an athletics check.
This ain't good.
Yeah, so as you poke it, the the body you poke, its arm shoots up and tries to grab your spear
Sacred
and
flame.
yank you. Yep. Let me finish. And tries to yank you into the pit. You are quick enough to back away and avoid it without being pulled in. And your sacred flame goes off, Colby. But first, let us open up initiative. And
Can we just drop him down the pit? Can we just like cut the ropes and drop him down the pit?
They might have loot.
you potentially
It
could,
ain't worth it.
but
It ain't worth it though.
it might be difficult.
I mean, aren't they literally tied to the ceiling though? Couldn't you just like
Yeah.
step back 5 feet?
Oh, absolutely. Unless they're ghost. They could be ghost.
There are those big time initiative rolls I have come to expect. And we'll
I'll
want
do
to
you
roll
one better.
for George because he said he was grabbing food.
Oh,
I'm back.
Oh,
Oh,
there he
he's
is.
back now.
Yeah,
He's
I
back
heard
in
you. You
outer
went to the
space.
bathroom.
we'll move you there.
Can you roll initiative?
No habla español.
I poked something and it wants to kill me. I'm 2 for 2 for right now, so
We've got zombies hung from the ceiling that are angry at us.
and they're in white
Horny
cloaks.
zombies.
Yes, they're racist zombies.
Racist, horny zombies.
Okay. So with that, a sacred flame goes off, and go on and roll that, Colby.
I already did. It was 6 damage.
6 damage, and it's a dex save.
Yep. Isn't it also restrained though?
No.
Isn't it tied to the ceiling?
Yep.
But it doesn't count as being restrained.
Nope.
It's a
It's
ghost.
just around their neck, I guess. So
That seems like
I'm
a
right.
scam.
So, like,
Uh,
you mean by tied to the ceiling, like hanging from the ceiling with a
yeah, they're
noose?
like nooses that like they got hung from the ceiling and then
Yeah.
somehow
And they're
okay.
wearing white clothes.
and now they're trap zombies.
And it was a DC 13, so yeah, it takes 6 damage.
I think
So
my
should've
favorite
went
thing
my
about
first option.
I think my favorite thing about playing Errant is that he comes at this with the same mentality that I do as a person. Because he's exactly the person who walks in and goes, "Oh, look at those mysterious hanging corpses. Definitely zombies."
I like
Okay.
when it's George. Well, it's maybe me. Those zombies, they're not even just hanging up there. They're horny while they're hanging up there.
So
Why that is, I don't know, but you know.
Probably because of racism.
Well, the zombies didn't even do. They're just hanging, like by a noose. Like, struggle and lose a head.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering too. If they're zombies, are their heads gonna fall off from being noosed?
okay.
Should run away.
It is this one's turn first, and it will
Watch it shot me.
what?
It one shot me.
Oh, wait a minute, one shot's nobles.
Well, the creature begins to start wiggling itself, trying to use the rope to start swinging, and slowly it goes back and forth, creating a larger and larger arc. And while it's doing that,
Its head falls off.
I'm going to need Noble 6 to make a wisdom saving throw.
This is not good. Oh, I better put this on disadvantage. Perfect.
Are these humanoid creatures?
They are human. I mean, what do you mean by that?
Well, I
Can we
meant are
pass
they
the curse?
recipients for the curse? But they're probably undead, right? Or constructs.
Yeah, they are not human. They're
They're not
shaped
human
like
enough.
humans, so they're humanoid in that sense.
Right, but not in the much more important technical D&D
Yes.
sense.
Yes. So with a wisdom save of 4, as this creature begins swinging back and forth, it's staring directly at you, Noble 6, and you can't seem to break your gaze away from its eyes. And you are frightened until the end of its next turn. And in addition to that, until you are unfrightened, you are also paralyzed. And frightened means you cannot you cannot move towards the target or towards the creature. You can move away from it, or you can stand still. You cannot come towards it. You will also have disadvantage on attack rolls made at it.
None of which matters because he's also paralyzed.
Yep.
That paralyzed, so I can't even move.
Yep. All right. So that is its turn. The other Scarecrow begins doing the same thing, swinging back and forth, back and forth. And it is going to. Well, what did it say? Yeah, so even though I don't think this is necessarily the smartest of strategies, if it works, it's going to work real well. Once again, the other one is going to try to grab you and pull you into the pit. So make an athletics save or an athletics check against his.
It's a check, right? Not a save.
It beats you, so it is going to grapple you, but cannot actually pull you yet. That will be on its next turn. So, George, it is your go.
So you're telling me these are scarecrows that are like made of straw, or they're human bodies?
Yes. Let me see if I can find a handout for them. Well, those are tokens. I don't want the tokens.
There's zombie scarecrows.
If so, I'm thinking I'm gonna try torch one with Aaron's torch because if they're made of straw and stuff, they're flammable. We'll just burn them real quick. You know what? Maybe I'll just leave that to Aaron. I got other plans to do. I got other things to do.
Here we go.
I picked the wrong title, guys.
There you
Whoa.
go.
Oh yeah, they are flammable. We can just light these bad boys on fire.
Right.
Anyways,
I am now.
so like, which one has? Is this one the one that has Harry, or Noble Six, or this one?
This one,
They both technically have me in something.
this one is the one who has him grappled. This is the one who froze him in fear.
Well, I hope I don't miss. I'm gonna swing for his stupid straw arm and try to just chop its arms off because it's just made of straw or something. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna chop its arms and break the grapple.
Okay. Make an attack.
Boom! Suck it. He lost his arms. Maybe. Potentially. I don't know.
A 19 will hit.
12
So-
slashing damage. That's like max.
So you do 6 slashing damage.
It's not as effective as you thought it was.
Well,
Even
she's
though
trying
it's
to
a
cut
magic
arms off
weapon?
its-
Yep.
Well, that stinks.
Number six, he may have some problems, but
Oh
he might
no,
go into
no, you're right. You're absolutely right, Colby. It specifically says from non-magical weapons, so that's another 6 damage to it.
boom.
It was the non-magical was on another line, so I didn't read it.
Yeah, they really need a shorthand for that because so many monsters have it, but it's like 18 words.
Yeah, it's got a whole list of resistances,
Mm-hmm.
and then yeah, on the next line it says non-magical. All right, is that going to be everything you do, George?
Thinking, what do I do for the bonus? You know
What's
what? For my bonus move, I grab the back of Noble Six's chest piece so that I can like hold him from trying to stop him from going to the pit. You
that?
lug.
Is the help action a bonus action?
It's
Oh.
usually an action unless you have a
Yeah,
specific feat or
that's
something.
what I was. Yeah, I
So
don't.
never mind. I push
I
him into
don't.
the
I don't
pit.
know if I can allow that as a full act or as a bonus action.
That's fine. You know what? As a bonus action, I turn around, so I don't. You know what? I have a little bit more movement. I'm gonna step back so I don't get like swung on and
Feared or
grappled by these scarecrows and pulled into the pit. You're on your own, Noble Six.
or
Find
gazed
your
at.
spot.
Veer heist.
Okay. Rocket space. Ah, come on. Computer freaked out. That was weird.
Oh yeah.
Credit card.
Sorry.
Jeez.
Yeah. Good roll. And how do I deal out those cards again? Scrolling. Critical hit deck for players. Deal 1 card to Veer Heist. Deal.
Okay. Eh, come on. Or wait, how do I do this? Yep.
So for magic,
Or is it
maximum double damage. Okay. Oh no, yours would be.
I was gonna say,
bludgeoning?
is it technically bludgeoning? I mean, yeah, it's a magic stone, but I guess it's bludgeoning damage. So, which one's that? Soften them up. That one's complicated looking.
Okay. Quadruple damage, and the target must make a DC 16 Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, the target has disadvantage on saving throws for 2d4 plus 2 rounds. I'm not sure it's gonna survive quadruple damage.
If it does, run into some deep shit.
Yeah, I was gonna say, isn't that like gonna be like 36 points of damage or something?
Yeah, that's 9 times 4. Yeah.
9 times 4 is.
Yeah. This
Does this thing have
stone.
a calculator in it?
This stone obliterates this thing, and Noble Six is no longer grappled, but he is still frightened and paralyzed.
Still being
Stop
gazed.
being a bitch.
Those
Anything
horny
else you'd
zombies
like
are
to do?
scary.
Don't you have to be frightened of something though?
It is
He's frightened
frightening.
of the wiggle.
Oh, it's not the one that died.
No, the one that
yeah.
died was the grappled one.
Oh, okay, 2 different ones.
The other scarecrow is, yes, still.
Yes, this is the one that frightened him. Is that it for you, Veerheis?
Yes.
Errant, it is your turn.
Is Sacred Flame.
Dexterity save. I need to. It fails. Taking 7 damage. Anything else?
Uh,
Oh dear.
no, I think I'm gonna wait.
All right. Noble 6, what would you like to do?
Is there anything I can do?
You can
Uh,
retreat.
Yeah, you can retreat.
No,
You
you
can
can't.
also.
He's paralyzed.
I
I thought
can't.
he was paralyzed. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you can't. Good call. You can make ranged attacks against it with disadvantage.
I will range attack it.
Gaze back at him and see if you can scare him.
No, he can't even attack if he's paralyzed.
Like paralyzed,
Oh,
paralyzed. Yeah.
Does paralyze prevent you from
It's
attacking?
also incapacitated, which is no actions or reactions.
Oh,
Oh,
this
no.
is a really
That is an
awful
annoying.
thing for this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No actions, no reactions, can't move or speak.
Okay, so sorry, Noble 6.
I will just stay put. That is my move.
And with that, the Scarecrow, seeing that the grappling isn't really working, even though you're terrified, will make to attack you with its claws. And does a 12 hit?
It depends. I have 14, but I don't know if my armor class changes if I'm in a bad spot.
You're affected.
No.
It does not.
Oh.
How about, okay, another 12. So it swings towards you and scratches at you twice and just comes up hitting your armor both times. No, you're a barbarian. Are you wearing armor?
I think it's light armor
Okay. Comes up,
because of the
just
dwarf.
scratching at your armor, not really penetrating it. And with that, you are no longer frightened or paralyzed, and it is George's turn.
Oh, cool. Well, I don't think I can hit him if I even stood here, so I guess I have to throw a javelin. I guess. No, you wouldn't know. I'll just blast him because if I miss with the javelin, then I lose my javelin, and I don't like that. Does a 21 hit?
A 21 will hit.
Oh, cool. Take 5 force damage.
Um,
I will kill this thing with my essence alone.
all right. Your ice.
All right.
$11
Probably
meets its
won't.
armor class, so that is a hit.
Oh.
That second stone just wasn't as good as the first one.
Yeah, I know. I'll say that.
I kind of want to see how flammable they are. Aaron, can you do us a favor and try lighting on fire with a torch?
I feel like it's going to be more effective to shoot it in the face with holy magic.
It probably would, but I kind of
Probably.
want to see him turn into a candle.
We really
Turns
like
off
setting
the
things on fire.
Uh-oh.
All right. I also don't know that I could actually reach it with a torch.
Oh, you probably can't.
You can throw it.
Then you'd lose your
Yeah.
torch.
Also, I have a -1 dexterity, and I assume I wouldn't be proficient, so...
Yeah, that torch throwing.
Sacred Flame!
It fails once again. -6.
Errant is just standing in the back corner, going like not advancing at all, just gonna spam this spell till it dies.
Noble 6.
Well, we're
Is
gonna
he
launch a javelin at it.
All right. That'll hit.
Oh, I didn't realize I pressed it the first time. My bad.
Whichever one. They both hit. Well, the first one hit, so we'll just roll one of the damages.
I was paying attention.
Person, you're still also on disadvantage, by the way.
Yeah, so you got a 24.
No, he just got a 20.
Oh yeah, because it wouldn't have rolled the second at all.
Yeah.
Actually, now it's rolled the third time.
Or did you
Well, that's
decide to
damn-
rage?
No, I'm pressing the wrong buttons, but like it.
So
You just have to
no.
click on.
My sub rage activated from last time.
What's that?
My sub rage. I have not raged. So it's just 6. I just
Okay.
can't press buttons right.
Maybe
I mean,
a dingus.
It's still recovering from that paralysis that he has.
Yeah.
I got too excited. I just launched like
Level
15.
6. Maybe you need a trip down to the pit to clear your mind.
All right. So the Scarecrow will once again swing towards you and try to claw at you twice. 14 and a 19 to hit.
Both hit.
7 and 6. So
So you really should have
13.
raged.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
I had
So
too much faith
13.
in myself.
13 damage.
Or at least step back out of its range.
That's just details.
I mean, I guess that is a good question. Does it have 10 feet of reach?
It's swinging back and forth. So as it comes up, it scratches at him.
When it swings away, wouldn't he get an attack of opportunity?
No, he does not.
Scarecrow fists.
Shenanigans.
Those are overpowered.
So yeah. George, it is your turn.
Well, I'm not getting closer to him, so 23 hit.
That'll hit. This thing is looking very roughed up.
I feel like with
Yeah.
that one turn, though, it managed to do almost as much damage as all of the jackals by itself.
Yep. That'll hit.
Oh my gosh.
That first one really used it all up.
Yeah, I know. I was to say, yeah, all my luck got used up on that first one.
Errant.
All right. Well, I'm just working my way through my creepy undead thing attached to the ceiling protocol. And so I continue to Sacred Flame.
And it fails once again, and you
Jeez.
kill it. How would you like to kill it?
I think Errant, isn't really... There's not a lot of emotion in this fight. He just, walked in and was like, oh, I bet that's going to attack us. Waited in the corner, and then just standing there and just every turn unleashes a handful of fire that, washes over it. And this last time it just, washes over and, leaves the body. But whatever is animating it just burns out.
Okay. As it starts sort of disintegrating, you hear a voice go, "The fire would have worked better."
I
Because
don't have fire.
It was vulnerable to fire damage.
None of us have the ability to do fire damage.
Other than with the torch, I guess. But
It
But
was just funny.
If we'd only gotten those alchemical fire flasks.
I know.
It was just funny because the very first thing George said to do was set it on fire.
I know. But it's one of those things where, like, it sounds like a neat idea, but
But doing it, yeah, when you just have a torch and nothing else for.
I mean, I do have Searing Smite, but I would have had to burn a spell slot, go up to it, and succeed on a melee attack just
Oh.
to do 1d6 fire damage.
I mean, it makes you feel better. I'm really good at predicting a lot of things, but never following through. Like, I know I predicted where Chaos Monsters home was created, but never really cared about the thought after that.
All right. Uh, so one of them's still hanging, right?
Yeah, we'll say it's still hanging there. You guys just threw a rock through its head.
Can we kind of pull it over and investigate it?
Yeah.
So I reach out with the javelin to try and like caress it closer towards us, so he can like grab it by its feet. And we're gonna need someone else to cut the rope.
So we now have another problem. We have a 10-foot pit in front of us.
Can we tell if there's anything on the other side of the pit?
Okay.
Nope.
Getting to?
There's double doors.
Oh, there is.
So you wanted to investigate the Scarecrow, Colby?
Yeah.
Okay. You don't find any like loot on it or anything, but you do find that dragon skull with a sword pierced through it. A symbol carved into the body. Well, I say body. It's not really a body. There are large stones found within the stuffing of the Scarecrow.
So
And
this
those stones
this
have
seems related to the undead goblin setup outside
Yes.
of town.
Correct.
Well, that's worrying. If there are these marked rocks inside it, can I take some of these?
Yeah, sure.
So guys, hear me out. I say we take all the water from the fountain in the other room and we dump it down into the pit. That's way when we fall, if we do fall,
Right.
it's cushioned. The water will break our fall.
Do we have a big enough container to do that? It'd be a lot of buckets.
We'll just use our water. We'll just use our water bottles.
If only we had a water bender with us.
Does it seem like there's anything else of interest in this room, like on our side of it?
No.
We could check the other room, I guess, before messing
Yeah.
with this.
Right.
I would say let's go ahead and check that, because there might be another way around.
Wait, I got a question. Is there boards still like upstairs, like in the fallen down area?
Yeah, I would say so.
All right, I'm gonna go up there, guys. I'll be back.
While he does that, Virgis, can you throw one of your illuminated rocks down in the bottom of this pit just to see what's down there?
Okay. At the bottom of the pit, you see, like I said before, it's about 20 feet deep, and it looks like there are shards of broken glass that are covering the bottom of the pit. And that's it. You gather that you can gather that the glass is down there in an attempt to do more damage to anyone who may have fallen down.
Do I find any boards that are long?
Do a investigation check.
I'm running to the bathroom.
Okay.
Nope.
You find a lot of boards up there of varying length and width. But it is wreckage, and it's hard to tell whether or not any of them would be able to support you as you. I'm assuming you're wanting to put these across and make sort of like a bridge.
Yeah.
Oh no, I
Yeah.
was gonna pre-test them. I was gonna lay them across like some rebel and walk across it. If
Okay.
it breaks, then it's no good. If it doesn't, then it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, like before you lay them across that.
Yes.
What are you setting them over?
Well, they're kind of like perched, like not real high in the air, but high enough so if I walk across, you can see if they are going to break or not. I don't know,
Uh,
just rubble.
Yeah, like you just could like put it on 2 cinder blocks or something, and it'd be like
how much do you weigh?
10 inches off the ground.
I imagine with your armor and stuff, it's got to be heavy.
How much do dwarves weigh?
I don't think I have. I have light armor on.
Oh,
Or
perhaps not.
wait a minute, I don't. Armor
Your total
class.
weight is 107. Your total equipment weight is 117 pounds. Well, we'll call it 118. How much do you think you weigh as a dwarf?
They say on average about 150 pounds for dwarves.
So we're looking at 260 pounds, give or take.
Oh, then that's easy. There's got to be what? If it's a mansion, there's got to be like what? Some 4x4 posts laying around somewhere?
Yeah,
I think.
They can easily hold that weight.
yeah. Oh, it says 150 pounds, not 250. Did I do
Yeah,
that?
for dwarfs. Yeah.
For whatever reason, I thought you said 200. I don't know what I'm thinking. So 150 pounds, and then another 120, just for easy maths. So we're looking at 270 pounds, give or take. Yeah, you can find boards that would support your weight. I make
So
no
do I find
promises
one
anyone else.
after I do the rubble test and walk across it to make sure it doesn't break?
Yeah, you can find a handful of boards that are support your weight. They don't break when you walk across them.
Good enough. I bring him down the stairs. Everyone else can hear me because I hit the walls with the boards quite a bit.
Awkwardly carrying.
How much HP do you have, Noble 6?
11.
Wow, you have a lot of health. Then I will wait to revive you.
So I'll probably be at the bottom of the pit. Just kidding. I'm too good, and I've seen my way around plenty of longboards these days.
While he's doing that, can I check this door down here? And
Sure.
like, is it openable and not locked or anything?
Yep, you can open it.
All right, I carefully opened the door. I'm going to assume it's just another storeroom, but
Why can I not click the things that I want to click? There we go. You see a hallway.
it's a hallway. Okay, then. I don't have a javelin to poke things with. I have a crowbar, though.
So I'm just going to kind of stay out the doorway here. Hey, Noble 6 is going to try and get over this pit.
Oh. Could be
So
fun to
anyway, I
watch.
can, like, draw a shape.
Hey, Noble 6, if you die, you're a bitch.
There we go.
That way he won't die.
Oh,
All right.
Hold on. I'm not done yet.
Okay.
Alright. Still gotta go with that color. Just needs a little bit more over here. That's good enough. I'm an artist. Alright, sure. Not professional. There we go. As I now carefully walk across.
All right. You took the time to make that. You came up. Yeah. You're a dwarf and you're got a low center of gravity. You tested it to make sure it could hold your weight. You make it across just fine.
We should start looking at everyone else's weights to compare them to mine. I didn't test it for you guys.
Well, and
that's true.
how about we have Noble Six? Do you want to support it from the other side, and we'll go over?
It's not really like the supporting.
They're just loose boards that he sort of just laid across it.
Right, but I would assume that weight-wise, he's got to be up there.
Nope, only about 250 pounds. His equipment, including all of his armor, was 100 pounds, 120, and his average weight for dwarfs is about 150.
Everyone else, you want to check your weight?
Looks like with my equipment, I'm about 150 pounds.
Come on across.
Yep.
How much is your equipment and how much do you weigh?
Right now, because of my level, I'm about a goblin size, so 40 to 45 pounds, and then I have 103
You're
pounds.
tiny.
Yeah.
I guess we could throw the person a safety rope so if they fall, I could just pull them up so they don't fall down the pit.
I guess. It's so sad.
I know, yeah, it's less fun that way, but it's probably not up to OSHA regulations, but
Oh, if you want to see the OSHA regulations,
I
let
saw
me show you.
I saw the truck with the giant wooden frame on it.
That's OSHA regulations right there, bud. That's only 8 foot tall. We had to ratchet strap the ladder rack on that truck because it started falling apart.
Oh no!
Which truck is this?
That's the green truck.
Oh, was that the one with the red strap on it right when we pulled it into shop?
Yes,
What is that for?
it's the whole. That's a forming for concrete.
Oh.
Oh, this is supposed to go up to Rosendale, isn't it?
No,
Oh, it's a
Yeah.
frame on its side.
Yeah, it's a wooden
Yeah.
frame, a big square rectangle thing.
I was
It's just
thinking
a-
for whatever reason that it was the correct. It was already set up properly, and I was like, "What in the world?"
no. No, it's going to Central Hayden.
Oh.
It's after Rosendale.
So you don't have to drive real far with it like that.
Nope, just down 22nd Street.
Oh, so driving on the highway with that could be.
Absolutely not.
Right.
That thing's only nailed together.
So all
That
right.
wasn't falling apart because I'm the one who built it.
Vierheist, you're able to get across
Oh, right.
no problem.
Yeah, how much does everybody else weigh? If that's not too personal a question to ask.
Eric probably weighs like 400 pounds, and 100 of it's just gold that he's been hiding from us.
Part-time hordes master.
All that metal he's been collecting is suddenly a huge detriment.
All I can imagine is like he just turns around and starts dumping out all the metal, and you just keep wondering where it keeps coming from. So it's like a giant pile that fills the room,
He just whispers, "I'll be back for you."
and he kisses it. Like puts a little
Oh,
blanket
God.
over it. George, how much do you weigh?
Well, I have
What is
140 pounds of gear apparently.
But how
And
much do you?
what
you're
race is George? Human?
George is human.
Okay.
how much do you imagine your human weighs?
I'm thinking like 180.
Okay,
That sounds about reasonable.
let's see.
Oh, weird. This one has humans. Their base height is 4'8". That's kind of short for a human.
Where are you reading this?
I just googled D&D human weight.
A lot of
'Cause-
times it's that, and then you roll and add over and
Yeah.
above
Oh,
that.
gotcha. Right.
Yeah, because I've got on D&D Beyond. Their height is ranges from 5 feet to 6 feet, typically.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. That I thought it was just based
But
on
it
real
doesn't
life
list
humans.
it doesn't list a weight, so 180 is perfectly
Yeah, I would say that
acceptable
would
for
be
me.
that would make
So-
sense for a normal human.
180 and 140. You said your equipment was 140.
Yeah.
Okay. Why are you guys going to take any of those precautions that you discussed? The ropes or anything?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I don't have a rope anymore. I used it.
I will throw George.
We have plenty of rope because we got 3 extra kits from earlier somewhere.
Oh yeah. Toss me the rope, Noble Six.
I will toss him a rope.
On belay. I think that's what
Okay.
you're supposed to say.
Well, I guess I'm gonna make it across.
I am bracing myself.
Make
He's probably braced pretty hard. I'm bracing myself too for the fall. Step
George.
one.
Make a
I have to rage.
um.
Probably dexterity.
Well, I'm wondering if I want to let you do athletics here. I don't know if this is count as athletics.
I mean, it could because it'd be footwork and
It's probably deception because it's him lying about how well he's going to get across here.
Yeah,
intimidation.
make an
It'd be
athletic.
me or does not break.
I was trying to think of something for balance, but I don't know if there's anything specifically for balance. So make an athletics check.
20.
You pass. You are across there. You didn't need that rope at all.
I still like to have it.
Aaron, you gotta wait.
Oh, let's see. I'm finding an arbitrary weight. That's not helpful.
What race are you? Half elf?
Human.
Human?
Yeah, I
That's-
just went off my high school weight of 180, so that's all I picked.
Yeah, just arbitrary weights, or you can roll for it if you want.
I'm going to go with 170. No, I'll say 180.
180 as well. All right.
I could be a meaty boy at 200.
And what's your equipment?
I think I'm going to leave some stuff here.
All right.
I mean, mostly the, 50 pounds of rations I'm carrying.
Holy cow.
Well, we just picked up 10 more. Actually, can we say I just left that at the cart?
Sure.
There's a way to modify. Don't know what it is. That'll drop 25, so 150 plus 180 It's what, 3:30?
3:30. All right. Make a athletics check.
I'm definitely going to guide myself.
Oh yeah, you make it
Hey,
across, no problem. Good plan, Noble Six.
My bridge worked, guys. I'm the best. And it was all pre-tested for me. All right. I'm gonna open up the doors.
Okay.
Actually, I'm gonna crack the door. I don't know. You know, I'm just gonna walk straight in there. What's the worst that could happen?
Crack the door, walk straight in.
Walk straight in
All right.
with my guiding stick called the javelin.
And
It's guiding javelin.
three smashed human-sized coffins and one intact smaller coffin lie on the floor here. The larger coffins are carved of fine mahogany and lined with rotting silk. Humanoid bones are scattered across the floor.
Yeah, that's a nope. That is a nope.
Okay, Noble Six, I have a plan.
Oh,
First, the ones are smashed are probably empty. The one that's not is probably has something in it. You and I were gonna go over there. We're gonna grab it and we're gonna push it as fast as we can into the pit.
nope. There's a child's coffin in there. I'm out. I'm not going across the
Hear me
bridge.
out, man. We
You
push
can go
it
in there.
into the pit.
Nope, you can go in there. I'll just stand behind you. You could do it. You're strong.
Well, I'd like some help. Two people makes it easier than one.
You got this.
Fine. Aaron, you in for this plan?
here's the thing. The other coffins have already been smashed. So either whatever came out of them is still here somewhere, or someone was able to deal with it. We're assuming it's going to be a corporeal undead. It could just as easily be a ghost, and then we've just smashed the coffin for no reason.
You know what? I'm gonna step into the room. Let's see what happens.
I'm going to prepare a sacred flame for the first ghost I see.
Okay.
Sorry, the first threatening, attacking creature I see.
Yeah.
I'm gonna prepare an Eldritch blast for first shit that comes at me.
I'm just gonna prepare to run out the door. I'm just kidding. I'm just gonna stay right here and watch you guys.
Can I make a
Noble
religion
sixes.
check to figure out anything about this space that seems significant, since it seems to be a burial chamber of some kind?
Um, I mean, you can, but there's nothing in here for me to tell you. There's no in. It seems like whoever originally owned this just had their family tomb down here. I don't know.
Did the family tomb come with a starter family, like one of those picture frames?
Right.
Yeah, there's just no explanation for why it's just down here randomly.
George, do you have detect good and evil or something like that?
I think I do.
I think it's divine sense.
Oh yeah, I definitely have divine sense.
That'll tell us if there are any undead within 60 feet.
That does. Oh, I have them. You know what? I'm gonna pop a divine sense. This would help with the scarecrows.
I think
Yeah,
those
well.
were maybe constructs. They didn't actually seem to have any
Yeah, they seem like
leftover.
they were made from inanimate objects and not made from anything living.
So, can you put that into chat?
I am currently.
Durability.
Divine, what divine sense does?
Yeah.
There we
Presence
go.
of strong evil register on your senses like a noxious odor and powerful good. Heavenly music to your ears as an action. Till the end of your next turn, you know the location of any celestial within 60 feet of you that is not behind total cover. You know the type of. Okay. So not behind. So you wouldn't sense anything in any other rooms because that would be all total cover.
Yeah.
So yeah, there is no strong sense of evil or good in this room.
Oh, then I'm.
It's just a room.
Yeah, I'm just gonna. Where's the door? I'm not
I'll
gonna leave
leave.
coffins.
We're not gonna
Look, I'm not in the
mess
mood to
with
leave
coffins.
coffins. That's just kind of.
That's beyond even a.
I mean,
That's not.
ironically, Errant has no problem with this because Horizon is the god of adventurers, and grave robbing is an ancient tradition of adventurers. It's a practice of
And,
his religion that you should just anticipate your burial eventually being disinterred by other adventurers. It's like a material reincarnation thing.
Right.
So just out of curiosity, when Errant dies, he will expect his coffin to eventually be grave robbed.
Yes.
Will he booby trap it as a way for future adventurers to prove their mettle, or will he make it easy for them because he was a fellow adventurer and just wanted one easy job?
I think he's still working that out for himself.
Hasn't decided
I-
yet.
George, because I think you should booby trap it, but like give like the simple, like classic ones, like some spikes that come out. They're not really like deadly spikes, but just spikes.
Giant
Like
falling rocks.
that way,
Make-
it's kind of like a nostalgia run whenever they like try and like loot your tomb or your coffin.
Just
Open
make it
the
a
door and let the
flashbang.
arrows fly.
Nothing that
Some of those,
actually
like-
hurt him. Just give him a good jump.
I was
Right.
saying, I'm anticipating like this is like a flash forward. Errant is like the 80-year-old grandmaster of some big adventuring guild that he founds, and he passes away, and they build his tomb as like an elaborate testing ground for the novices, and so it's like your rite of passage to go raid the grandmaster's tomb. So like none of the traps will like kill you, but they all like hurt and embarrass you. Kind of like that green paint, but not permanent.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
like if you really want to prove that you're a hot stuff novice, you get all the way to the end and don't have anything on you. But if you really suck, you come out looking like the color run.
That'd be great.
The only thing that I could also imagine is off of the Scrooge is what the person does to the grave. Off of the
Oh,
dark
yeah.
version of it.
He pisses all over it.
Wait, what? I've not seen that one.
Yeah.
What was that?
I think he said
So
yeah.
there's a form of the Scrooge where the like at the very beginning, it starts out with a guy pissing on his grave.
The Scrooge?
The Scrooge.
Christmas Carol.
Like Ebony.
There you go. I forgot
Oh.
the name.
I was
Anyway.
100% thinking.
Okay,
Scrooge
the
McDuck.
movie isn't called The Scrooge.
I know. I did think Scrooge McDuck first as well.
Yeah, I was thinking Scrooge McDuck at first, but yeah, I was kind of like,
Yeah,
that.
don't you remember when they pissed on
Yeah.
Scrooge McDuck's grave?
Yeah, Huey, Dewey, and Louie visits this grave, and
That's one of the reasons I was extremely confused.
That's how the next DuckTales reboot opens.
All I know is that if whenever George gets buried, I know what's going to be in his grave. A great booby trap of like lots of explosives. Like either you have to wait a long time for them to disarm, even though they're going to be magically so they don't, or if you don't disarm them right, you just get like obliterated along with everything that George owned. It'd be like a one-time deal.
yeah, why not?
Or you disarm it, you get all the good stuff that hopefully George will collect because George is a badass.
So Aaron feels religiously compelled to
Check
scope
the
out this
coffins.
room, and I think actually, so George just used his divine sense, right?
Yep.
I'm
Yeah.
just going to go ahead and like very gently lift like the corner of the lid of the closed coffin because that will break total cover.
Okay.
So George will instantly know if there's like a ghost or something in there.
Why can I not? So you're doing that one. And
Child ghost from the ring pops out.
Almost.
Great.
It's worse.
A mimic
It's a
appears.
racist ghost.
This is a mimic. The coffin was a mimic.
And
No.
Wait, are all the coffins mimics?
nope. Just the
Okay.
one.
Oh, just one mimic. It's not even a roomic.
And it will have surprise on you guys. So if everybody could just roll initiative, please.
Didn't have my guy selected.
At least I'm not gonna get stunned this time right off the bat.
Yeah, at least the one person who's going to get bit is going to be Aaron, and then we're going to murk this thing so hard.
At least it's not a Runic either.
And just so you guys are aware, mimics count as true neutral, apparently.
I didn't know that.
I also thought I read recently that they have language.
Let me see if it says anything on here. No languages are listed in its stat block, but that doesn't mean a lot.
But I feel like I remember when I looked, it has intelligence enough to speak. Like it's technically a sentient creature because it has more than 4. I think you have to have more than 3 intelligence.
Oh, that stat sheet. How much intelligence does it have?
Let me check. Just 1 second. Sentence.
You know what Eric should do? Is
Its
take the
intelligence
torch
is
and
5.
shove-
5.
That means it's
So, anyway, Vierheis is no longer surprised. Errant is no longer surprised. Noble 6 is no longer surprised. And the Mimic will attack Errant. Sorry, I'm reading what this.
I'm going to kill this thing and turn it into a magic box.
I say, how big is this mimic? Can we put a jar over it? Just like catch a spider with it.
You did say that there was a jar in that last room.
Just throw it down the pit. And then we'll feed it as it gets bigger. It might have likewise.
I'm assuming it comes out of its object form. But why would it? I'm asking because I've never ran a mimic before. But can a mimic attack while still in its object form?
Yes.
I think so, yeah.
from all I know, yeah.
From past experience.
I mean, I think that
Like, it can continue to look like a table, but still attack as a table if it wanted to.
Yeah, it seems like it should be able to.
But I mean, what's it look like when it's not like an object?
Well,
Oh, that's a good question. Do mimics always look like an object? I mean, the default's always, the chest with the teeth, but yeah, I don't know.
I mean, I think they're sort of like angry dittos.
Okay.
So I don't understand why it even has this attack. Oh, I guess just so it can stick to things? That's weird. Anyway, it's going to bite at you, Colby. Errant. It gets a 14 to hit.
19 AC, son.
Can we
All
put
right.
our curses on him then? He's
What's that?
sentient. Or does it have to be human?
Say it one more time.
Can we put our curses on him?
Yeah, it's got to be a humanoid.
That's
And this
stupid.
is a monstrosity. And those scarecrows were technically
Constructs.
constructs, yes.
I will find somebody and they will take my curse. Or I will die trying.
It is very obnoxious that we would get that and then, like, not have a humanoid to give it to for
Right.
8 sessions.
What do you mean? There's plenty of humanoids in town.
Uh-huh.
There are even some humanoids in there you strongly dislike. I mean, you really think Harbin Lester needs, to be making saving throws all that often?
Oh, I mean, well, no, also,
But NPCs,
will
like,
be killed. It specifies that eventually it kills them. They will die a Looney Tunes death. Don't get me wrong. He pulls a knife on me. I'm cursing that boy. But
but until then,
Anyway, George,
oh man.
you were surprised, and we're back to Vierheis.
Oh, okay. I got distracted looking up mimic artwork. It's very interesting. Oh, there we go. Well then, I guess I'll throw a rock at it. Or maybe not.
That hits.
Oh, okay. 102 damage.
Not a strong start, but a start nonetheless.
Yeah. I've successfully annoyed the mimic.
Oh, that's why it has that. Got it. Okay. Anything else you want to do, Vierheis?
No, I'm good. I'll just stay right here.
Okay. Errant.
all right. I think Errant is just like, figures. And
Part of the adventuring routine.
I think Errant smites have to be cast in advance, right?
Yes and no.
Spell smites have to be cast in advance.
I don't think so.
Oh. Well,
Let me try and Google that real quick.
I think that's how everyone does it because that's how the smite abilities work, but I don't think it technically is supposed to work that way.
Aren't they bonus actions though?
They are, but I think that it says like. I was just looking at it. Hold up. The next time you hit a creature with a melee weapon attack. So it would have to be before.
But I mean, you can do your bonus action first.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Oh.
Like, Paladin Smites, they don't have to declare it first, so if they miss, it doesn't matter.
Oh, gotcha.
Technically, it's not discharged until it's used, but theoretically, I could lose concentration or something. All right, so Aaron's just like, well, mimic, that makes sense. Grabs his hammer and like flicks his wrist out, and his giant hammer catches on fire, and he's just gonna smash it.
Yep, you are correct on that. I was just
Oh my gosh.
reading up to make sure. Yep, so that's a miss.
Well, that's my turn.
But at least you didn't, lose your smite yet. With your armor class, it's likely that you won't.
I also have Warcaster.
Yeah, I think you're good. Noble 6.
So I'm going to run down here.
I gotcha.
I'm
Oh,
going to smack my axe.
Your what?
okay.
Great axe.
Well, we'll do it. We'll delay everything a turn. So yeah, you're gonna smack it with your axe. Go for it.
Something bad's about to happen.
That misses.
All right.
Also, are you raging out of curiosity?
Yeah. Oh, I hit X over that.
I don't think it affects
Yeah,
your attack roll, but it might affect if
doesn't.
you get attacked.
Yeah, I'm raging. I meant to say that I was on the run down, but I kind of skipped words. Words are
Gotcha.
hard some days.
So, that the end of your turn?
Yeah.
The mimic is once again going to bite at Errant, getting an 11 to hit.
Errant is just like meh, it just like bounces it off the shield.
And Georgie, what you got for us?
We'll stand here and, hit him with an Eldritch Blast because not gonna walk over coffins.
Okay.
That works.
Does the
That'll
23 hit?
That'll get him.
Alright.
Only 3 damage? Oof.
Yeah, only 3.
Not equals 3, minus 3. Okay. And now, before we get back to Virheis's turn, I was supposed to do this last time, but all those bones scattered across the floor, they start to shake and rattle.
And roll.
Yeah, shake, rattle, and roll. All of the above. You guys can all make perception checks.
Perceptive.
Oh, it sounds like it just started to rain.
Nope, that would be the torch.
The torch rolls perception.
Ah, there we go. 22.
Okay. Fear Highs, Nobles. So, Vierheis, Noble 6, and Errant, you guys are all able to realize that these bones that are shaking and rattling and rolling, you see that there are wires connected to the mimic, and it is just a ploy to fool you. However, George, you don't see these wires. You think the bones are about to come to life and attack you.
In his defense, though, he did just use divine sense and knows there aren't any undead in the room.
True. Very true. So now it's Vierheis's turn.
Okay.
Uh, 10 will not hit.
Man, this is a very dodgy mimic.
Errant, it is your turn.
I'm going to try and smack it again. Flaming hammer. Am I proficient with this? Is there any reason I wouldn't use this? 17.
17 hits. So you can
Alright.
also do your searing smite.
There we go. So 7 from that. And 6 fire damage.
All right. So 13 damage total.
Yep.
Does searing smite do anything else?
At the start of each of its turns until the spell ends, it must make a Constitution saving throw DC 13. On a failed save, it takes 1d6 fire damage. On a successful save, the spell ends.
And how long does the spell last?
1 minute.
Wow. Okay. Is there like a? I'm gonna give him a little torch thing to know that it's on fire.
It's now a flaming.
Noble 6.
Well, I'm going to great axe it.
That'll be a miss.
I'm going to stare at it.
Gaze at it like
I'm
the
gonna gaze.
Scarecrow did.
Okay.
Okay. Then it's the mimic's turn, and it has to make a Constitution saving throw or take what, Colby?
1d6 fire damage.
Okay. So con, and what's the save?
13.
It gets a 16, but it's still on. Oh no, the spell ends on a successful save. You said
That was worthless.
you got some extra damage in there.
Yeah, but I could have used it for a guiding bolt that does like 1,000,000 damage.
And the mimic, actually, in order to put itself out, the mimic is actually going to jump at you instead, Colby, and it will get a 14 to hit.
Still nothing.
So misses on that, but sticks to the wall. George.
First knows what to do.
That'll hit, sir.
Eldritch Blast! Yeah, you take that. I'm gonna roll 2. Okay, that's close.
All right. Vierhuis. That's a miss.
Well,
Aaron?
Well, this ain't been going great.
I'm in a little bit of trouble here.
I mean, I guess I'm still not getting hit. I guess I'm just gonna keep smacking it with the hammer.
All right. That'll miss.
Jeez.
Noble
Is this mimic the
six.
size of a rat or something?
All right.
It was this mimic
go
was
ahead
made
and
of very
touch it.
strong, sturdy wood.
Mm.
That will hit.
Oh,
I am definitely turning this into a magic box.
15 damage.
there we go. That's something.
And come on now. It's not looking good.
Watch me at 1 HP.
The mimic, having been hit by you, Noble Six, will turn its attentions towards you. And it will bite you for getting an 8 to hit. This thing cannot hit.
It's very tough, but yeah. Cannot attack for anything.
If it hits you guys, it is going to hurt. It is just not rolling well. George, your turn.
Already?
Yes, sir.
I know what I must do. It's an 18 hit.
Yes, it does.
I asked this even though I know it's going to hit.
Hey, 9. There we go.
There you go. It cause more
Alright.
damage.
Ear heist. That'll hit.
Really like those 2s.
Yep. Aaron.
What did I hit on last time? It was 17. That's not that helpful. Yeah, I just swing at it again.
Yep.
Crit!
there we
Yep.
go.
I get one of the card thingies.
Yeah.
One card to Aaron. Deal. And then just put it on the table, kind of. I'm not sure how to do it.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, usually we just drag it and lay it down on the playing board so everybody can see it.
There you go. And you did bludgeoning damage?
Yep. Oh, that
So
actually sort of sucks.
maximum damage. All right.
So
How do you want to kill it?
All right.
No, wait, it says piercing damage there, but
Here's the thing. He didn't need the card to kill it. He didn't need the crit to kill it. It had 8 life, and his first roll was 8 damage.
there you go.
I think instead of like a big messy finish, Aaron just like very precisely hits it in exactly the right spot that like kills it without damaging it anymore. Because he definitely wants to keep this mimic box corpse and turn it into an item.
Okay. Okay. Well, move all turns. There we go. There we go. Yeah, just mark down mimic corpse, I guess.
And is there anything else interesting in this space?
In the small coffin, no, there it wasn't even really a
Or
small
any of
coffin.
No,
the
I meant
coffins?
any of them.
Like that's in this room in
Um,
general.
make investigation checks.
I'm not reading the coffin, so I will pass.
I will
Jeez.
investigate.
Come
I won't
on. All right,
investigate.
Virhees is just holding down the whole game.
Yep. Vierheis. In one of the larger coffins, there is a pouch sewn into the lining
Mm.
under an embroidered star, which um, with a sharp tug, it detaches from the lining, and inside you find. Is anybody proficient in Arcana or Alchemy sets?
I'm proficient with alchemy.
I have
Okay.
Arcana, I think, but
Then I won't make you guys do checks. You find 2 potions, one of gaseous form and one of frost giant strength.
Ooh.
And got everybody roll a history check, just for funsies.
Jeez.
oh, there we go.
I got you guys.
Right, George,
George's
you
history.
know that these potions were sewn into the tops of these coffins as a means of escape in case somebody was accidentally entombed alive.
It's kind of like the whole string on the bell thing.
Yeah, a dead ringer.
Okay, now I would like you guys to all make perception checks.
I don't got you this time.
Nat 20 with the
Terrence-
torch.
Oh, with the torch.
oh, what do we roll?
So with that, Vierheis, it's very faint. You guys just made a whole lot of noise fighting this mimic.
Oh.
And it's very faint. Almost, you question whether you heard anything at all, even. But you heard something coming from behind this door.
Oh, okay.
Was it a monstrous roar? A terrified scream? You don't know. The walls are very thick stone. You guys have
Doors
just
are-
made a lot of noise. You just heard something.
Something.
So, would you like me to actually re-roll?
No, because Vierheis heard it, so that's all
Okay.
that mattered.
I do have the biggest ears, I guess.
And
Heard something, I would say.
and with that, we're going to end for the night.
Cliffhanger.
Ooh,
Dun, dun,
spooky.
dun.
What did he hear?